That is good banter.
Another week, Timmy. Over to you, mate.
Hello, Bantitos, and welcome to episode 92.
92, mate.
92.
8 to go to
How are you?
Good, mate.
92. Yeah. I've made the trek out to Mornington.
Yeah, mate.
To
How'd you,
Evan Hocking HQ, and I've got to tell you, just looking out the window, I think you might have purchased a house in a retirement village.
Mate,
It is,
I've told you.
it is. You are 1/5 of the age of everyone else in this joint, and it's got a retirement village feel about it.
That's what I love about it, is because for anyone who is out there and you think, oh, you want to live with young people, you want neighbours who are young, fuck that. Like you get the oldies, and you don't have to do much to impress the oldies. Like I just bent over and did up my shoelace without farting, and fuck me, I blew them away. They're like, oh my God, how do you do that?
Who is this sweet piece of arse that's moved into number 2?
Yeah, I didn't make any noise when I bent over and picked something off the ground, mate.
Didn't pull a muscle, didn't break a bone, but and also that because everyone's deaf as a post, you could not only have a house party, you could fire a fucking torpedo down this down here and not hit anyone. And
that's great.
It's great. So we're out in Mornington. The weather's shit. It's Melbourne Cup Day. I couldn't give two fucks about that.
I don't care.
No.
Not into it. I never really got into the horse racing. I never really got into gambling on a whole. I just don't like losing.
No.
Fucking don't like it. So,
but yeah, very good. It's weather's shit. So definitely for those going to the Cup Day. It's one or the other, I reckon, Cup Day. So if it's stinking hot, it's for the ladies because they're wearing next to nothing. They've got the legs out, got
tits
out,
the
the cans out. They a lot
fake
of skin.
tan.
It's for them. And while the guys are cooking away in their fucking cheap suit, they're cooking away. But then again, if it's freezing like today, the guys are laughing, and the girls are freezing their little tits off. So,
I reckon a day like today, you want to be in the bird cage or something. You want to be indoors somewhere, don't you? You don't want to be out on the track.
There'd be a fair old wind going down that home straight. It'd be shit. There'd be what do they call those? The fascinators. There'd be fascinators blowing down the main straight. It's main
straight.
Main straight. Is that
That's
what they call it?
it.
Yeah, but anyway, let's get into it. Bit of an update on the Fleshlights that we talked about last week. I know we got a lot of feedback about the Fleshlights, and I know I googled
good feedback.
Oh yeah, that night I googled a couple, and geez, there's some fairly elaborate Fleshlights.
Well, you can sort of get different porn stars. I must admit, I sort of got on the Google search as well, and fucking cleared me history pretty quickly after. I sort of felt a bit like Big D with all his fuck checking some of the stuff he must look up.
Yeah, he'd want to be deleting.
He'd want to be
deleting on that Big D. He wouldn't want the cops could be knocking at the door.
What's going on here, Big D? You've been looking at this, looking at that. Oh, no, it's just a podcast.
Just helping out.
On the regular
tell you what, Big
checker.
D, if the cops come knocking, we will be denying even knowing you. So we will be throwing you under the bus. You're on your own.
Big D, who's that?
Big D, never heard of him.
No.
Never heard of him. So
I found, and I
D.
actually Googled fake arses. And
So
I
saw a couple of those. Well, the Fleshlights come in arse and vagina.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's good
to have a bit of variety there.
It'd be sort of one of those. I don't know whether we spoke about it last week, but because you know that sort of when you do maybe when you just pleasure yourself and then you finish and you're like, oh, who am I? Like it's a bit of a different look when you just got that fake ass and vagina sort of staring back at you. That's a low moment.
It's a real low when you're standing there. You've just emptied yourself out. You're holding a fleshlight and you're thinking, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. But
should have just got the lube and had a wank.
I got a message from an old teammate of mine, Porno, Shauno, and he sent an interesting article about Fleshlights, an interview with I think it was Kyle and Jackie O, who I must say make me physically sick. They
I reckon Kyle Sandilands is a fleshlighter from way back, I reckon.
I
reckon he'd have 35 in his fucking cupboard.
He's a rank piece of work. Jackie O, I think she's probably all right. But
she annoys me.
He's a fucking flog.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they interviewed Benji Marshall. And I don't know how conversation leads to chat about fleshlights, but they were talking about...
Well, just go back to our episode last week and see where we went off the rails.
Yeah, we got into it pretty early, didn't we? We've done it again. We're 5 minutes in and we're already fleshlighting.
Well, I must admit it was, Mad Dog Helen Bazanko's Mad Muff or whatever, and then fleshlights. We've had a good few weeks, mate.
Yeah, no, we're
keeping
really,
the listeners engaged.
Well, I think episode 92, it's time to draw a line in the sand. You're either in or you're out. And I think the fleshlight chat's going to really cull a few.
Yep.
But it might lock a few in as real loyal listeners.
Yep.
So anyway, they're interviewing Benji Marshall. Somehow the chit-chats got on to fleshlights, and Benji Marshall started telling a story about how they had a fleshlight in the shower of when he was about 18, living in a share house, just him and a mate. And they both shared the fleshlight, which... I wouldn't have thought it's, you share. There's things you share, there's things you don't share.
Toothbrush every now and then.
I don't think you share your toothbrush.
Well,
you share your toothpaste, I think.
Toothpaste, soap.
I think you'd probably share the soap. I don't think you'd share a towel. You'd share maybe a electric razor, maybe.
Yeah, you might do that.
You share deodorant. You wouldn't share roll-on deodorant.
No.
That's a no-no.
No, don't do that.
What I wouldn't have thought you would have shared is a fleshlight, and so it raised the question: who they asked Benji Marshall this? Who cleans the fleshlight? Is it the person that's just finished with the fleshlight, or is it the person that grabs the fleshlight and is about to use thy fleshlight?
Well, it's like a skid mark on the toilet bowl. Like sometimes in a share house, you're like, fuck that. You leave the skid mark, and I think by rights maybe you should clean it yourself. But there's a lot of times where you go, fuck it, I'll leave it for Robbo. That's going to be a good surprise when that's hardened up.
Yeah.
And he needs the angle grinder to fucking get it off.
Yeah, probably the best time to get those skids off is when it's nice and
fresh.
Nice and fresh. But sometimes you've just done a big dump. It's the last thing you feel like doing. And you got that little brush there, which I would say most share houses would sit there fairly unused. I know I've never picked up one of those things in my life.
Nah, in a bloke's share house, I think the dunny brush is the least of your worries. I think it's just try and piss the shit off, really, isn't it?
Piss that shit off, yeah.
Have a crack at trying to, when you're coming out rock hard with a big piss vat, just trying to blast the shit stain off the
little bit of poo off the side of the bowl there. But you can't clean the whole house like that, or you can't be.
No, well, you can't. You can't get the
pissing the dishes
oil
clean,
off the
pissing the
shower. The splashback.
Yeah, true.
The grease on the
barbecue.
On the barbie. Nah,
get out there and piss that clean.
No good for the snags.
No. So anyway, so they've said to Benji Marshall who cleans the flashlight, and he said, well, it's up to the person that's using it, because if you've just used a flashlight, fleshlight.
Come on,
fleshlight. You're not really in the mood. You just want to sit down and just want to
reassess,
finish up in the shower, and get about your day. And also, if you were using the fleshlight, you would want more than someone's word that they'd clean. You know what I mean? You want more than a handshake agreement that they're always going to clean the fleshlight. You want to make 100% sure.
Yeah, so would you set up a video camera or something? Just go back on the footage, mate. Come on, Benj, you didn't fucking I cleaned it. Well, let's go back to the footage, mate.
Look,
no, I don't think you did, buddy.
No, I don't think there's any need for that, Evan.
Right.
I think even just something as simple as a little clipboard like they do at the public toilets at the service station.
Nice.
You just
sign it. Sign it.
B Marshall, Tuesday morning, 7:30 a.m. Use the fleshlight and and gave it a
Washed
good clean, and you sign away. And I think your signature should be a word when it comes to cleaning a fleshlight. And that call me old-fashioned, but that's the way I've always felt. It's the way I was raised.
Yes, to clean up your own mess.
Yeah, your own. So anyway, what
it's not like a sock where you can't just put it under the bed and leave it.
Well, you're not really sharing socks as a rule. There's enough socks.
No,
there's enough socks getting around that you don't have to be sharing.
Sharing
socks.
Like socks because sometimes if you're a bit dirty and you relieve yourself into a sock, sometimes they sort of just end up under the bed when you're a young fella.
Yeah.
You can't do that with the fleshlight. You got to bloody.
No. Anyway, there's some good banner.
That's good.
What do you want to talk about?
While we're on toilet talk, what did you think of because there's something I'm not happy about in our house. It's the toilet seats. I'm not.
Well, you warned me about it, but
they're self-closing.
So there's two lids.
Yes.
There's the full lid.
Yep.
And we'll call it the bum lid.
Yeah, the bum lid.
The bum lid.
You sit on the bum lid.
So I walked in there. The lid was both lids were down.
Yes, that's good. That's the way I've trained myself.
I lifted the first lid up.
Yep.
The big lid, the full lid.
That should stay.
And that just stayed there.
That should.
As you'd expect.
Yep.
I went to lift the second one. And you're right. It does have something that makes it automatically come down.
It's sort of like a lot of the residents here. They sort of they stand up and then they just sort of
slowly
fold.
Bend over, yeah.
Bend over and, So I did warn you about it because there's a little button that you press that's meant to...
Make it stay up or come down?
Stay up. So it's meant to lock it. Well, it's right.
It's not the one right in there, is it?
Yeah, it's basically...
Who's sticking their finger in there? That's where... Mate, if you maybe at your place where there's two adults, at my house with three boys, there is fucking piss and shit all over that. You wouldn't stick your finger in there in a million years. Wouldn't stick a fleshlight in there. No. It's that's a shit. So what? Toilet seats haven't changed for 100 years. Why all of a sudden?
What happened when I was away in WA last year doing those mining gigs?
Yeah.
I think they had toilet seats on that didn't really fit the bowl. They were sort of long and oval. They were like a fucking... They didn't really fit. So Kristen's stepdad, Kathy's husband...
Oh, so she put this in?
He came over and said, we've got this... I don't know, maybe they were a special at Bunnings or something.
Ugh.
We've got these self-closing fucking lids. And I'm thinking, well, who... Like, I'm good. I put it up, like regular ones. I put it up, I piss... I get most of it in the bowl. Some of it will fucking...
Bit of spray,
but, I'll wipe it up or whatever. And then I'll put the two lids down. Bob's your uncle. No, everyone's happy. These fucking lids, I go to piss in the middle of the night, like half asleep. I don't turn the light on. I'm pissing. I put the lid up, and the number of times that I've pissed as it's coming down, my feet are getting wet. I go, this is fucked.
This is shit. Could you not... I did a wee last night with a big... This hasn't happened for a while. Got up middle of the night to a wee. Big piss fat. How do you wee when you got a piss fat?
I'm sort of I'm like a ballerina. I'm up on the tippy toes, just angling.
And you're sort of...
Angling it in.
Got to push it down with two hands.
Yeah, you really got to push it down. You got to try and find the sweet spot. You really sort of working that puppy down.
Because maybe, just throwing it out here... Get up middle of the night, piss fat. Use this as a positive. You could turn a negative into a positive. Get that thing the lid to automatically come down. Rest it on your piss fat and get that automatic closer to push the piss fat down, so the urine, so your cockeye faces the water and bingo bango. Straight in. But then if it flicks off, your piss fat would flick back up.
Yeah, so I'm sort of just jamming my cock in between the lid and the toilet bowl.
Yeah. But what's the...
I'm thinking, mate, it's got to a point, and I've heard about some guys who do this, and I know we're living in 2022, but I've heard about guys who sit down to piss. I don't know. Am I going to have to do it, mate?
Yep.
Or do I just change the fucking toilet seats? Because, fuck, they give me the shits. Thank you, Keithy, for putting them in, but because that one... The one in our ensuite, that button's broken.
No, I don't think we're thinking...
That's not staying up at all.
Is it Keithy?
Yeah, that's...
I don't think we're thinking Keithy at all. He's
he's fucked us right up.
He's a
to be
traitor.
honest.
He's helping out the other team. Mike Goldstein used to have a great joke saying, "I got a confession. I sit down to piss." And it used to get a bit of a laugh, and he said, "But I also stand up to shit," which is he doesn't. I don't know why he doesn't do it anymore. She's a ripper. But I've never understood what the big deal is. Like my wife does it. Every girl does it. Like, "Oh, babe, can you pull the
Put the seat down.
Put the seat down." You're like, well, it's as much fucking effort for me to do that, that it is for you to lift it. Yeah. And then you get angry when we piss on the seat. So.
Well, I've been pissing now in my house. I piss with the seat down, and then I just wipe the seat. So I don't know what kind of fucking diseases are living on that seat. So the missus probably got gonorrhea, or not that I've slept with anyone since before her.
No.
So I'm clean.
Could you get one of those seats? I don't know why that have they don't join at the end.
Oh,
because they're good.
They're good.
Because then when you piss goes from full stream to light stream to gone,
it just dribbles
onto your feet rather than onto the seat.
Yeah.
But I think it's just girls have got to toughen up.
I think so. And literally, well, why is it up to us to put the seat down? Is it up to maybe you should put it up for us?
Yeah.
You leave it up for us. So maybe it's like the Fleshlight. You do your business and then you think about the next person. So you wash the Fleshlight.
No, you don't think about the next person.
No, well, I think you should now. Like if you're a lady, like so Kristen goes in there, she bloody gets the fire hose going, does her wee, and then what she does, she doesn't leave the seat down, she leaves it up for me. Maybe she should think about that.
Oh, I think that's a recipe for tearing a marriage apart.
Yeah,
I think you've just got to leave it how you want.
Yep.
And they can deal with it. I mean, what's the worst? If they go into the toilet and the seat's up, and they go to sit down and just fall in the toilet because there's no... fuck, surely that's on them. Like, they can't be angry at you for that. Surely.
I know.
Like...
I think as well, you've got more problems in your fucking life than whether the seat's up or down.
But for some reason, it seems to take up a lot of...
Energy.
Unnecessary energy.
It's like a thing that's just been passed down over generations of guys leave the toilet seat up. It's that classic thing that...
right, because if they think that's the most disrespectful thing we do, it's a drop in the ocean.
Oh, that's it. I mean, fuck. Yeah, she said nothing about me fucking Fleshlight under the bed.
No.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so...
Anyway,
that's
I might get some new toilet seats from Bunnings and because those things shit me. I'm sick of wiping the fucking toilet seat.
How about you take that toilet seat off?
Just go.
Just have no toilet seat.
Could do that. Maybe I just stand. I could stand on it like maybe some of the Oriental countries do. Just stand on top of the toilet and have
Oriental
a crack.
Countries.
Then she'll really be fucking...
Yeah, we may have discussed this before, but I don't know. In a country like China, when the old men and women appear to live till they're about 170, I don't know how they shit at that age without a toilet seat, because it's tough. It is a tough... I've spent a bit of time there doing that knee bend to do a poo. It's...
maybe why they're so fit. They've done fucking... 3,575 squats in their time.
Yeah,
that's why they've got great core strength.
Yeah, they've got amazing.
That's why they live till 170. Yeah, they've been squatting for 170 years.
Yeah, it might be onto something. So fuck getting rid of the toilet seat. Get rid of the whole toilet. Just
I might dig a hole in the backyard. I mean, it's concrete, so I'll have to fucking get the jackhammer and.
But still,
just do a drop toilet like that.
Or Kristen will appreciate that if you.
It's nice.
If she comes home one day to do a dump, you've just turned that room into a bit of the toilet into a bit of a storage room.
Yeah.
Evan, where's the shitter?
It's out in the courtyard.
Just out in the courtyard, babe.
There's a hole there.
Yeah, get
around it.
Do your worst.
Get around it. Yeah.
So, all right. What else we got to?
You go, mate.
Well,
talk to me.
I start my 3 days a week.
Oh God, you seem relaxed already. You came here, and thank you. You bought some bloody wonderful surprises.
Some meat pies
from the Continental. I put it on the Instagram. The Continental Bakery.
Yep.
Old Dandenong Road, Oakley.
Yeah, and it wasn't because I did speak in previous episodes about them being award winners. I did when I went to buy these pies, I did go and have a closer look at their award, and their award was for first place for the cheese and ricotta sausage roll, which
Wow.
I can't imagine there would have been too many in that competition.
Well, the number of times I've lost count. If I had $1 for every time I ate a fucking cheese and ricotta sausage roll, I'd have fucking no money.
It's not exactly the World Cup. It's not. They might have been the only ones in that comp, but
sort
still,
of like Uruguay or something.
Yeah.
They're very low down.
But I must try it. But
well, maybe that's why, and I think we were talking off air. Maybe that's why there are so many awards, because they start making just
there's just thousands
pies.
of them.
They just put fucking. Have you had our dog shit and shoelace pie?
Yeah, and
it's an award winner.
And just you can basically do anything. Like there's an award for the chunky beef and mushroom with half a teaspoon of salt and a cucumber.
Used condom.
Yeah, and that's it. So
that's the pie. It's a bit chewy.
So there's like 100,000 awards, and they've got big awards. You print them up, A4, you win them, and then you got to get a magnifying glass to read what it's actually for, and it ends up being for something that there was basically no one else in the competition.
No, that's right. They're the only ones. It's sort of like sausages now. Like you can jam anything into a sausage now. Like so it's just people are just experimenting, whether it's bakers or butchers.
Yeah,
and they just
keep it simple, I reckon.
Yeah,
but I got you the
Stockmans.
The Stockmans, which I didn't know what was in a Stockmans.
I didn't know what was in a Stockmans, and tell you what, she was a little ripper, mate.
It had egg.
Had egg. It had bacon, but it also had the beef pie. So it was like your regular beef pie with bacon through it, little bacon chunks, and egg on top, then the pastry lid, and
you know what? I would have called it a brekkie pie.
Yeah. Well, what's a Stockman's breakfast? Sometimes is that where you go to like a cafe or a like truck stop, and they got the Stockman's breakfast.
And what's that?
Well, I think it sausage, bacon, something else. I think
sounds like a pretty standard sort of big
sort of
breakfast.
brekkie, yeah. But you just need a catchy name for a pie, like Stockman. It's like, ooh, what's in that? Well, you don't really know, but it sounds exciting.
But you want to know when you buy something.
Yeah, you do. You do. Beef and onion.
Beef and onion, which I got.
Yeah.
Beef and onion, and that was really good. Yeah, nice pie. Nice pie. This is going off track a little bit, but there was a guy.
That's not like us.
Back in my Wodonga footy days, we used to real young. We used to sit behind the goals and drink cans and
eat pies.
Eat pies, and it was just good fun. Bit of underage drinking. It's just good times. And Wodonga had a great run of full forwards. We always had good full forwards growing up. We had Brendan Cooper from Shepparton,
Coops,
absolute superstar. And then I think maybe from there, this order might be a bit off. We had this guy, Jock McGregor from Tassie.
Jockey.
Mate, he was a sensation.
Was Jockey's real name?
Jock, not sure. Jock McGregor.
There's been a few Jocks over the years. Jock McHale.
He went on to coach.
Jock Strap.
He had coach down there.
Jock Rot. Jock Itch.
Jock Strap.
I said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so mate, he was a entertainment machine.
Right.
He'd kick him from the boundary line. He had these short little legs.
That's what you want.
That's what he
did. In full forward.
Yeah, but
little legs.
But he just he could do anything. He was amazing. Just loved sitting watching him. But there was a guy, and this is what got me onto the Stockman's pie.
Yep.
This guy called Mark Stockdale.
Ooh.
And he was, mate, he was skinny but muscly, and he was mad as a cut snake. But one day he famously, I think it was the first time we ever lost to Wodonga Raiders, because there were two Wodonga teams. They one was in the Ovens and Murray, which was the better comp, and one was in the Talanga League, and they were actually Wodonga Demons.
Yep.
But they'd won like 10 flags in a row in the Talanga League,
so possessed,
and they thought they've got to step up. They've got to go to the Ovens and Murray. Wodonga's big enough for two Ovens and Murray teams. They came up and they didn't win a game for years. And one day they knocked off Wodonga. I think it was the first time they'd ever beaten them at Martin Park. And Big Stockdale famously, everyone was giving him shit. I think he might have got red carded late in the game, and he flopped his penis out.
Okay.
And
gave it to the crowd.
Gave it to the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez, there's no way I'd be doing that. Everyone would be like, fucking, where is it?
No. Well,
I would not be flopping my little wiener out there.
No, he was pretty impressive on and off the field. The stock, just a superstar. I don't know where that story came from, but anyway, it was
Timmy Hargraves. He famously, this was at local football, so I don't know how famous it was because it was at East Ringwood. But we're playing at Scoresby.
Was that the guy, Timmy Hargraves, that went to Yarrawonga?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could play.
He could play, yeah.
He could play.
So he came back. He was up at Yarrawonga. He came down to East Ringwood 2004, 2005. And the last game of the year, I think we were playing Scoresby out there.
Yep.
And the crowd was giving it to him, and he's got a little cock.
Tiny little...
Yeah, so he didn't get his cock out. He mooned the crowd.
Brown eye?
He gave him the brown eye. I don't know whether he split the cheeks open and said, "How's your father? Have a look what's up there. Give me a fucking prostate check." But he mooned him, and he got 1 week for
brown eye.
Missed the final for bringing the game into disrepute So
how long did he hold the brown eye for?
I think it was a quarter. So
he just there for.
Hargy.
Enough, mate. Enough. Mate.
We need you in the guts, mate. Stop fucking brown eyeing that guy, mate. Fucking get a kick.
Maybe like the old folk out here. Maybe he did his back when he bent over and he was just sort of
he was a bit
paralysed with
in
his
30s back then. He's got the little chicken legs and the little wiener and the big brown eye. So
flashing your dick and a brown eye to the crowd. That's something you don't see too much of any these days, and it's a bloody shame because
there should be more of it.
The crowd would have been up and about seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a massive wang, you'd just be
I wouldn't wear pants.
No, I'd just wear bike shorts playing.
I wouldn't wear anything.
Okay.
I'd just every goal,
just get about.
Just when I'm on the mark, I'd just be flashing
get it out. Give everyone the wristwatch or the helicopter.
You talk about opening it. Opening it because there were two sort of brown eyes. Just the plain one where you just let the butt cheek show. And
it's always good if you could do a pressed ham on a window or something.
Oh, they were a good one.
They were always good. Yeah, where you jam the cheeks up and
that was
that's
good
times.
Good one. But also the probably the super brown eyes when you'd really tear the cheeks apart. That was always good to see. I remember once it was grade 6 camp and we went up camping. I don't know where we were and
the teacher
was back.
Just said
Kids, every day we'd open the tent up and his arse would be there.
Wake up,
Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips.
Come on.
Wash your arse, mate.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, we're not using your bloody Fleshlight either, mate. You're a creep. You're a fucking creep, mate.
Nice moustache.
Anyways, he's now doing 15 to 20 in the clink.
Hard time.
I remember it was back in the days with the old cameras and, where you had to wait till they got developed.
Yes.
And we took a photo of our group, probably about 10 of us boys and, all did the brown eye.
Yeah.
And one guy, I'll never forget it. We didn't know until later, but he really spread the. Yeah. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. Really spread the cheeks, and because we were camping and no showers.
There's a blowfly in there.
No, he just had just shit up his It was horrible. I remember thinking, I'm never going to spread the cheeks.
No, it's a bit risky, especially if you've got a bit of a hairy ass, and we know you do.
There's a bit going on back there.
Stuff, they can, we can get caught in there. So that's no good. My old man, back in his younger day, because now he's very mature. He's 70.
But he was a mad mooner.
He was a mad mooner, and he was mad back then. And me mate Bullser, his old man Bullser, funnily enough, Bullser Senior, said that one day down Glenferrie Road, they've been on the piss. There's a beautiful, might have been an Italian restaurant or just some nice restaurant.
Yep.
And Dad thought, well, fuck it. There's a nice couple having a romantic dinner there, just looking out to Glenferrie Road. You know what they need to see? What? They need to see Graham Hocking's arse cheeks pressed up against the bloody restaurant window. So he's gone and done the old pressed ham on the window, and the pizza chefs come out with his fucking, the big things they put the pizzas into the oven.
They're primed for a bit of a butt slap.
You don't want to get hit by one of those. It's real D&M kind of shit. So he's run after him down Glenferrie Road, and apparently Dad's almost been hit by a tram. And
just having some fun.
Just having some fun. Just a pressed ham on the restaurant window.
I do like
Cliffy.
I do like sometimes maybe a footy trip or a bucks. A heap of brown eyes out of bus windows, always a good look. Yeah, that's good. Bit of prep's got to go into it, bit of timing. But when well executed, it's a sight for sore eyes.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's exciting. Even as a bloke, I think if a bunch of blokes are mooning, you're like, well done, boys.
Would you rather see a girl flash her tits or get a good brown eye from a bloke?
Well, I guess as a heterosexual bloke, you can't go past a tit flash.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
We got one of those as we were in grade 6 and we all went through footy clinic. We all went out to Calder Park to watch the drags or something. We took a bus out there
to watch the drags.
They're just these cross dressers
dancing
around. No, like the drag cars.
Yeah. It's part of your footy.
Oh, it was just a Saturday that because a few of the guys they were into their motorsport.
Okay,
I would take the kids out to Calder Park, giving them an experience.
Yeah,
and one of the blokes, Greggy Newlands, who I think he might listen to this pod. He might drift in and out, but these girls were obviously looking higher. There was a car, and he goes, "Hey, girls, show us you do the old thing where you pull your top up." And the girls, we didn't see the actual tit, but it was in a bra.
Yep.
But when you're 11,
that's
pretty big.
It's
pretty big. Seeing a bra at 11, that's erection kind of stuff.
That is, and good form by him to when left looking after the kids to be asking for that. But good stuff. Really good stuff. So anyway,
that's good.
So going to 3 days a week.
Nice.
And I'm bloody excited because I'm having every Tuesday off and every Friday off, and I'm bloody. How are we going for time?
No, we're sweet, mate.
And
we've got all day.
We got
31 minutes.
And I was having to think about this on the way back from a gig in Warrnambool on the weekend, and I'm bloody.
It's a big drive.
It's a big drive, but the Dexy's got me through again.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm using these things for all the wrong reasons, but
all the right reasons.
All the right
Get positive.
Reasons. Yep. And so I'm driving home, and I'm having to think about how I'm going to utilise this, and I think I had a bad experience down there with the mobile phones.
Okay, run us through it.
So and there's probably listeners from that club. Maybe that it was a great club and everyone was great, but there were a big row of probably 18, 19-year-olds.
They don't give a fuck about the suburban footballer, mate.
Well, they seemed to, but they couldn't. You couldn't fucking keep their concentration for more than 5 minutes, and they'd check their phones. They're addicted. There's no.
And that's a cricket club.
It's a cricket club.
Well, you think, how the fuck do they stay engaged when they've got to stand in the field for 90 overs?
Oh, under 18s cricket, they must at the end of every over, they must say...
Well, they don't have a drinks break. They have a phone break.
Oh, they'd have to have one after every over.
Go check your socials, boys.
Yeah.
Update. Put some stories on your Instagram feed.
Yeah, and it wasn't like these... if they're a bunch of fuckwits, I would have thought, well, they're fuckwits, who cares?
Yeah.
But they were good kids. They were nice kids. They were, they were playing sport. A couple of them had girlfriends there. They seemed like decent blokes, but they were addicted to these phones.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, am I fucking
old?
Am I spending too much time on the phone? It got me thinking, and so that's what I've got to bloody. That's what I'm going to do with this time off. I'm just going to spend all the time on the phone.
Yeah, great. just 4 days. You're 4 days off. Where's Tom? He's locked in his room and he's on his phone.
I figure, no, so, and then I got home that night. And do you know on your phone you can check how much time you've spent on
your phone?
On your phone?
It's amazing.
No, but it breaks it all down.
Yeah, and then it'll give you an update every week. It says you spent, your screen time was up 25%.
Yeah.
You spent 6 hours and 31 minutes on the phone.
Per day.
Yeah.
Isn't that the most depressing fucking thing you could possibly, what a waste. But then you break it down.
Fucking a dirty Fleshlight's a bit more depressing. But,
mate, I don't reckon. At least you're doing something.
Yeah.
At least you haven't.
At least you're not attached to the screen.
Yeah.
You've just got the dirty Fleshlight.
Getting yourself out and just living.
Yeah.
You're living.
Yes. Yeah. Mrs. walks in and goes, "Hey, you. At least I'm not on the phone.
Yeah.
It's just the dirty Fleshlight."
You told me to get off the phone.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I hope this doesn't get too bloody habit stacking. But so because that's the last thing we want to do. So I'm going to try and get everything done on Tuesdays and Fridays. Yes. Everything. Because I think the problem with the phone, and I was thinking about this, the best thing about the phone and the worst thing about the phone are the same things.
Everything's on there.
Everything's on there. So when you're at work, you're also being social.
Yes.
When you're being social, you're always at work. When you're with the kids, you can check the footy scores. When you're at footy,
you can take a photo of blokes flashing their cocks.
Yeah, and so it's all what used to be. You get up, time with the family, you go to work, it's dinner time, and then you got basketball, and then blah blah blah. Everything was broken down into sections. And when you're in that section, you were in the section.
Yeah, you're living in the section.
You're living in that section.
You're in there.
So here we are now. It's podcast section. So we're
fuck that phone off.
Actually, we'll need that in a second.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
So but now because of that fucking phones, everything we do is chucked in this big pot, and it's just fucking mashed up. And I reckon you're never really in the moment because you're half in something else. I'm getting fucking work emails at the moment.
Yep.
I'm getting bloody things for gigs.
Yes.
There's...
So you constantly got other stuff on your mind where
yes.
Even with your old phone, you just weren't getting as many messages or anything because you just, I don't know, because you could only use a certain amount. It cost you a fucking shitload to send a text. So you're not really sending texts. Back when you first get a little Nokia or something like that, that's a fucking nightmare. So you're a bit more in the moment there. But I understand what you mean. Yes, I find myself just drifting off here. I mean, I drift off a lot of the time during some of your stories.
Yeah,
but,
they're going nowhere like this one. So what I'm going to try and go back to the old days, break life down into sections. And because I don't have much spare time at the moment, pre-today, when I'm spending time with the kids, when I'm at work, when I'm gigs, blah, blah, I'm thinking about other shit.
Yes.
So my goal is to get everything I need to do done on a Tuesday and a Friday of my time. So that's going for a run. That's bloody doing some comedy writing, organising some gigs, responding to social media stuff. So the rest of the time, when I'm with the kids, I'm with the kids. When I'm at work, when I'm at work. When I'm with Evan, it's Evan's time.
Thank you.
It's Evan's time.
It's our time. It's our time.
Oh, it's our time. Yeah,
it's our time.
It's our time.
We spread it evenly.
So that's... I don't know where that went. But
very habit stacking.
It's a bit habit stacking, but I think maybe that's where we've got to go back. So and maybe we've got to fuck these phones off for a bit, which I know a lot of people do, but I don't do it well.
No, I don't either. It's always there. So you almost need to turn it off or lock it up somewhere or, put it on, turn the internet off because that's when everything starts binging and banging. And
would you be willing to look at how much time you spend on your phone?
Oh, no, it sort of pops up. No.
It's heartbreaking.
Oh, it's disgusting.
What's this?
But sometimes it's listening to a podcast. Though,
yeah,
so that technically...
That's why you got to break it up.
You got to break it up.
Yes. Yeah. So, and if you're using... And it also counts using Google Maps. And
yeah.
And you're not going to turn Google Maps off.
No, you can't. You get lost.
You get lost.
Yeah, and then you got to ring someone. Yeah. You go, fuck, I'm getting my time up again.
And music.
I'm on my phone.
And music. If you listen to music,
everything's
that's
on
fine.
your phone.
But everything, I'm sure I'm Sandra Sully with the late news here, but I was fucking mortified when I saw this little feature about...
See, I didn't think you'd be that bad because you seem to get a lot done.
But maybe I can do better.
Okay, all right.
I can do better.
Do better, Tom. Be better.
And I heard a great saying on a podcast that I was listening to on the way back from Warrnambool.
And you wouldn't remember it, would you?
No, I remember this one. And I know we've hung a bit of shit on my mate Carl Rowdy Bauer in the last couple of weeks about kicking no goals 47 and having a pale complexion and being Irish. And but tell you what, I'm going to pump his tyres up here because he put me onto this podcast and it had this saying in it. People always say you can't do everything.
You can't.
You can't do everything.
Well, you can't. Not when you're on your phone.
But this podcast I listened to, a bit of an inspiration. It said you can. It was about being a dad.
Okay.
Which is probably what I need.
You can't if you don't have kids.
I'm 9 years in, but so it's time to start taking this parenting thing seriously. And this said, you can do everything, just not at once.
Ah, Tom.
How good's that,
mate? Great. Simple.
Yeah, you can't do everything at once.
You can do everything, just not at once.
Yeah, so you can have your time with your mates, but maybe maybe that's gone for a couple of years. You can, going out and getting blind drunk.
Yeah.
You can have your time down the footy club, but
You can't do
you
it
can't
all
do
the
it at
time.
the same time.
Same time as
Yeah.
you're trying to be a good father.
A good father. So
When
you
you're
can do everything.
20 cans deep
You can do everything.
and
So
punching
where's
some
this
bloke down the
fucking-
club.
Where's this thing here?
Yeah.
Screen time. Look at this.
Oh, well, you're already up to 3 hours 13. You're 30% down from last. Oh, you've just clicked over another minute.
Yeah, so this doesn't really count because I'm timing this. So this is counting as.
Oh, so that's counting.
Yeah,
There's
so it's-
Nilo, another
Hey, buddy.
neighbour, just wants to get his prostate checked.
Yep. So, so that then can you break it down? Downtime, apps, communication.
It's probably not great listening at the
No,
moment, sort of
but,
breaking it down on a podcast.
But anyway, so
yeah, no, mate, I think you're doing well.
I'm just saying that's.
Well, keep us updated on that, mate.
Yeah, I was thinking of even writing down. Sometimes you've got to physically see it.
Well,
Each day if I write down
what Kristen loves, she loves making lists. So
lists.
she gets up in the morning, she goes, call Evan a jerk, put the toilet seat down.
Yep.
So
well, they should be permanently on the
study,
list.
do this, do that. So she likes crossing stuff off.
Yep.
So she knows when she's done it, she can go bang. I did it. File divorce papers. Bang.
Sometimes
I've done that.
I love a list too. Sometimes I'll even because the best bit's crossing shit off.
It is good.
So sometimes you just whack. You'll put your shoes on, and then
Bang.
you put your shoes on. Fucking.
What'd you do today? Well, maybe that's a good way of doing it because you think, what did I do today? But then you write little shit like got off the couch.
Yeah.
Bang.
Had a wank.
Had a wank. Bang. And
Because
maybe
normally
that's
that's
down
a
there
negative,
a few times.
time wasting. But if it's on the list,
Well, it's technically is that
You gotta do it.
count as doing some weights, having a wank.
nah, it's a
Okay,
wank's a
all right.
wank.
Okay, all right.
Wank's a wank. I
All
think.
right, all right. So, no, I like it. We'll keep us updated on that, mate. That's good times.
Yep, we'll do. We'll do.
That's
I tell you
good
what,
times.
the amount of mates that have said, make sure you don't just waste your time off wanking at home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Especially if the kids and Tam are out. You've really got to.
Easy loser.
There's
couple of
nothing
hours.
like having a bit of your own time, but sometimes scrolling to find a nice video that you can fuck 40 minutes there.
Yeah, there's
And you
a,
go, "Oof, I haven't even chosen what I want to watch yet."
there's that great English sketch that I think we've all seen about the two guys that meet at the party that one's just started working from home and
Right.
the other one's been working at home for a while, and he says, mate, you've started, and they're just meeting each other for the first
Yeah,
time. He goes,
yeah.
mate, how do you do it? How do you go working from home? I just want to wank all day. And he goes, oh, mate, I've been doing it for a while. You've just got to introduce a reward system. So I'm in sales, and I'll every three, make a good sales call. You reward yourself with a wank. You make a sale, you have a wank, and it's just. And he goes, mate, that's fucking genius. And so I thought that was interesting. Well, we'll put it up there. It's very funny if you're.
Okay, that's
obviously,
good.
my delivery's a little off.
No, that's all right, mate. That's all right. That's all right. That's good. That's good. So, well, good luck with it, mate. I reckon we're all behind you, mate.
Yeah, you're a
We're all
gentleman.
behind you, so
You're a
that's
gentleman.
good. That's good. So, looking forward to see this reward system. So that's good. But things have been happening with me.
Yep.
I mentioned last week that Big Brent Green. He's gone to Epic, my agent, and hopefully he gets a few gigs. And my agent said, "Oh, send us the link of the podcast." I said, "I'm not doing that." So I wasn't sure if what was happening with the. I need my phone. I'm going to get that. This is going to rack up a bit more screen time, but I've got to keep you posted on this one because I get an email from my. It just sounds wanky saying my agent, doesn't it? It sounds a bit wanky.
Look, it does
technically
sound a
that's what they are.
Would you say manager's wankier?
Manager's wankier, and if I say acting agent, that's even worse because I can't act. So,
yeah, no, that's not great.
but this is what's happening in my life. All
Yep.
right. So I get an email Thursday. Hi, Evan. Please see below as per the text. Client has asked. The client would love to see some previous presenting work. Like, well, I fucking haven't got any of that.
Is this?
This is from my agent.
Oh.
It's for Karcher. You would have used pressure cleaner before, mate, to get some of the skids off the bowl.
Yeah, a bit of shit off the bowl.
Yeah. So I've also suggested that they supply an excerpt from the script for you to do a chat to camera. So I've got to do an audition here.
Yep.
Right. Also, can you use auto cue? And I've never used auto cue, but she said yes. I said, yes, you can use it. So there's a bit of pressure if I fucking know.
Well, it can't be too hard to use auto cue.
No, you just got to read off a thing and, fuck, some of my reading is not great. And then once you throw in, like, people around you, cameras, an hourly rate, you've got to bloody nail this. I'm going to fuck this up for sure if I get it.
Yeah, auto cue, if not done right, this is, it can look really, really bad. Can I tell a quick story?
Yeah, go for it.
So, very good family friend of ours, Kevin Dutton, great guy.
Peter's brother.
No
relation.
No relation. So he's a mad pies man, and
loves the bakeries.
Loves the bakeries. Loves sausage rolls. Loves cheese.
Ricotta and cheese.
Sausage rolls.
Get them up, yeah.
No, he's the reason I'm a Collingwood supporter. Anyway, this is going back 20 years. He maybe even longer. Something. I think he sold his business or something. Something had happened, and his friends at work made a video of him, a video for him for his sort of retirement from this company.
Yep.
And they got a heap of the Collingwood players to say, congratulations, Kevin. I think they might have sponsored the pies at one stage. Congratulations, Kevin. Thanks for what you've done at the club. And they had the Collingwood players didn't know what they were saying. They had it on the auto cue, and they were deliberately making it go really fast, so it looked like the guys were clearly fucking wasn't their words. And this video is one of the funniest things. So it's got like Paul Williams and Bucks and that going, "Hi Kevin, we are really happy for all that you have done for us." It is a very so. Bad auto queuing is hilarious.
Yeah, well, Hughesy, I was doing gigs with Hughesy over the weekend. And,
bit of a name
drop. Which I've got a story about one of the gigs I did. I'll be interested to hear from the listeners and yourself about this one. It's about movie theatres.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So a giant rort. So stay tuned for that later in the episode.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be thinking, I'm not going to another movie theatre again after this shit. Or maybe you will, I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm not in your head. So, but Hughesy said when he was on TV, The Project or something, like he couldn't use auto cue because he looked like he had these eyes going and he was looking at the cat. It was like he was possessed. So they said, Hughesy, you look too weird. You can't use auto cue. So I think he just read off the paper or whatever because he was just like staring into the camera and freaking people out.
But fuck, they must be good. Like when they're doing, they see them out the front of a house that's burnt down. Like they're not using auto cue.
No. A lot of them now you see them look at their phones.
But when they're looking down the camera, geez, they're good. Like I'd be umming and ahhing and saying, and the house was fucking, it was someone lit a fucking fire.
Yeah, someone.
I'd be swearing and
fucking fire. Is that right, Robbo? Did they light the fire or have we worked out what the fuck's going on here?
Like I wouldn't even remember what street we're in. Here we are. And what fucking street?
Is this Elwood? So I'll get Google Maps going.
Because they say they just get the jobs because they're all pretty good looking. They get the jobs for their looks, but that's also a pretty fair skill.
Well, you must sort of learn that. You must learn that, and a lot of the time, if they slow down, they enunciate their words. Where I think a lot of time on this podcast, you're like trying to fill dead air, but they're like, we're here in Eltham, and investigators say that the person came in, and so you just got to think about what you're saying before you say it.
Because I feel dead air with the word fuck, which you can't do.
Yes,
you can't
on
say.
TV.
Here we are coming to you live from fucking
Elwood.
And where there's been a fair fucking fire.
Yeah,
and
I would love to see that though.
Yeah,
I'd love to see a news presenter just go like, because a lot of people talk like that. Like that's what a few people said about our podcast. They like it because it's just people talking how people talk.
Yeah. Because you listen to the radio, you sort of take that for granted that they just talk without umming and ahhing
and swearing.
But that's a skill. Yeah, I can barely get through a sentence without saying fuck.
Oh mate, I got to drop the F-bomb all the time. So
it's a good word.
It's a great word. It sounds good.
Anyway,
so what do they got? So they've got the shooting days. We're on the search for a male talent to appear in some new Karcher product demonstration.
Well, talent.
That's
eliminates you.
They're using that word very liberally.
Very loosely.
Loosely, yeah. We are after a male, 35 to 45 years old. I'm smack bang in the middle. 40, sign me up. Who is an everyday-looking guy and, most importantly, relatable. How does that sound like me?
Yeah, I think you're fairly relatable.
Sort of relatable. Yep. Talent is required for 2 days in the studio. Must be able to present, talk to camera. Client has an auto cue teleprompter. The Karcher video usage is online, digital website, YouTube, and socials. Now, my agent there, Cindy, said it's down to 3 people.
Oh, boy.
It is. I am a 33.33% chance to nail this puppy. So what I did it over the weekend.
Is it instructional videos? Is it features and benefits?
Well, I think it's
what's going on here?
What I'll do, if I don't get it, I should be able to post it on the Instagram. I'll get my...
I wouldn't have thought so, Evan, to be honest.
I'm not allowed to post my audition on Instagram, on my Instagram.
Well, not if it gives away anything about the Karcher video.
The product, yeah, maybe that's right.
Probably shouldn't have mentioned Karcher, actually.
Well. I mean, if they haven't dropped me as a client yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're not listening to this.
At least it's not as bad as basically going out and saying that you slept with that girl from overseas, that model.
Yeah.
When you didn't even...
I didn't.
No.
It was for Jesus. Whew. Okay. But so I sent it through.
Yep.
And it was just a chat to camera. And then I just had to list what some of the products are about. So I just said, I said something. I won't put it on there. It's a bit fucking boring. Anyway, but I got the reply back from Cindy. She's downloaded it. She's going to send it off.
Yeah,
so I got this yesterday. She said, thanks, Evan. I love that you have first-hand product knowledge of the Karcher products, because I said I've done trades. I've done landscape gardening. I've done pool cleaning.
Okay.
I've done sprinkler fitting. So over the years, I've used the Karcher pressure cleaners, and I love them. I really bloody pumped them up.
That doesn't get you across the line. I'll eat my hat.
Yep, so we'll be back in contact as we hear further. And she said, great self-test, smiley face.
Bit flirty. Who's this?
Yeah.
Who is this girl?
Well, that's she's the owner of the company.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. So that's the first time she said great self-test. So maybe things are heading up for old Evo.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'll keep you posted on that. And I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be disappointment and rejection, but... yeah, it's good to...
Pretty exciting stuff, though, to be the face of Karcher.
Well, that's in my hitting zone, you know. That's because I am a tradie. I use that kind of stuff. I don't own a pressure cleaner. Maybe I'll get a free pressure cleaner out of it. That'd be nice.
That'd be right.
I might just go around and just hose the whole driveway down, use someone else's water. That'd be nice.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. Yeah, no, that's your... you're not going to get a job for a gig for...
an underwear.
Colgate.
No, Colgate. Out, underwear model, gone. Anything where my body has to look good, I think I'm in trouble. Or my head has to look good.
Yeah, anything, with your head, face, like a oil of Ulan moisturising cream.
Yeah, because that's not selling it.
No, your
that's
skin's
like as dry as
sandpaper.
Yeah, it looks like an old Fleshlight.
Yeah, looks like a second-hand Fleshlight.
Yeah.
You got a mouth like a second-hand Fleshlight.
No one's putting their cock in here, mate. No one is putting their cock in here. So, and I do want to shout out to a very funny comedian, Tracy Armstrong, who she texted her sister. I just put it up on the Instagram a few days ago. Well, I put it up today, but it'll come out on Thursday, obviously. So on Tuesday, I put it up. She texted her sister saying, "Hey, sis, have you still got that photo of the fake arse we found in a suitcase on the side of the road?"
So they found
So her sister must have been driving and found, like, there was just a fake arse with a vagina laying on the road.
In a bag.
That had fallen out of this suitcase. So someone's carrying it around in like a wooden box. It's like something you'd carry your lawn bowls in.
And it was on the side of the highway?
Side of a highway or something. It was like a dead body that they've tried to get rid of.
I reckon there's a story behind that.
There is a story behind that, but
there's a couple. That's a couple had an argument, I reckon.
And I'm throwing your fake ass out.
I reckon they're on a family holiday. She's in the back seat.
What's in this suitcase?
What's in this? No, babe, don't open the suitcase. Don't open the suitcase. Don't open the suitcase. And he's, for some reason, taken a fake ass on the holiday, and she's just gone, you are a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit. It's not my ass.
Don't throw the fake ass out the window. And, yeah.
So her sister, Tracy's sister's text back and said, no, I think I deleted it. I'll see if maybe it's her husband or something. I'll see if he's still got it. And next question, why do you want that? Said, a mate of mine spoke about it on his podcast. So thanks for sending that in, Trace.
No, you're
good times. Good times. So what do you got, mate? Because I'll save one for the end about these cinemas.
We don't have much. Where are we going for time?
Mate, we're at 55.
Oh, well, let's do yours, and if I've got any time left at the end, because there's a bit going on. The Baronia boys, probably know. We got back to them on the email. The Baronia boys.
We did. They haven't got back. So
what's going on there? I wasn't too hard with my response, was I?
No, that was all right.
Yeah,
that was good. It was good. Good banter in there.
Mind you, it did take me 3 weeks to get back to them. So cracking the shits for taking 2 days to get back to us.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit out of line.
Yeah. So I've got some fucks as well, but...
well, let's get in them because my stuff can wait.
All right, here we go. All right. Big D's back on it. And where is it? Through here. Did he? Yeah, here we go. Big D. All right. Now he's back. He's good. Yep. Yeah. So I mentioned, did they do a Toyota reenactment of Helen Demenko?
Yep.
And they did. Toyota did indeed do a Bruce Dool, but Bruce Dool was on there, not Helen Demenko.
Okay, yeah.
But one of the boys, that might have been Dave Lawson, dressed up in a fake women's suit and chased him around and whatever. So
that's good.
So that was good.
Good fun stuff.
They did well there.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So Sylvester Stallone. You said...
I said he might have had Bell palsy.
Wow, Tommy, you are bing, 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 bing
on
the money.
Shit.
The residual effects of Bell's palsy are responsible for his crooked smile and slurred speech pattern. And Big D's written Tommy's on the money again.
So he got it as a kid and it never really recovered.
Yeah, maybe just... Yeah, it never really recovered.
I wonder if he would have been who he is now if it wasn't for that. Maybe that's what gave him a point of difference.
Yeah, maybe without the Bell's palsy, he talks like in a beautiful English accent or something like
that. Yeah, but that's what it gave him,
Yes, I understand what you're saying there, but it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Can you please elaborate?
Like the girl from Dirty Dancing. Yeah, that girl with
had the weird nose.
She had the big nose.
Yeah.
And she went and got it fixed after.
And never got any work.
Never got any work because that was a point of difference.
That was a thing.
So sometimes, look, if you you fucked up teeth and my little carpet ass and crooked dick.
It's got to be who you are.
It's got to be who you are.
Don't try and change it.
That thing that you don't like might be that little
thing
something
that everyone loves.
Yeah, and probably. It's unlikely, but
it's unlikely.
There's a couple of cases where it has worked.
Yeah. And people are probably giving you shit behind your back about the stuff that you find
your hairy back.
Self-conscious about. And, so maybe. But if you can get through it,
I was going to wax my back this summer. I'm 44. I think it's the year I've got to do it. It's sprouting like a fucking...
Is it? It's like...
It's clumps. It's coming out in clumps.
All right. See, I don't know about the waxing, that's a big one.
You're
going to bleed. You're going to bleed.
Step.
That could be a good, if we do a Patreon, fucking video you getting your bloody back waxed.
Oh, mate, that'd be something.
That'd be, the listeners and the viewers would love that.
Going through the roof.
Vomit.
Because I spoke about dads wearing rash suits when they go swimming.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Because I've always looked at them and gone, what are they doing? A fucking rashy to go swimming in a public swimming pool. But now I take my shirt off and say, I've got to put a fucking rashy on.
Could you wear a T-shirt? I sort of don't mind the T-shirt. I know it looks stupid, but I don't know about the rash vest. It doesn't... It's
very dad.
It's very dad. You know, you've really gone into old dad, not give a fuck mode when you got the rash vest on.
But besides that, I'm bloody looking $1 million.
You look fit.
I'm fit. I'm fit. I'm just covered in hair. I'm like a fucking Sasquatch. And I think when you lose a bit of weight, because the hair doesn't fall out, so same amount of hair on a smaller area.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
That doesn't help the situation.
No.
But anyway, what else has Big D got for us?
No, that was all from Big D. So well done, mate. Thank you very much for that.
Yep.
So but all right. Well, let's go to, and I've got a few other mentions at the end. Just a couple of podcasts that I've been listening to, which if you enjoy ours, you might like these. So
yep.
But anyway, I was out, had a couple of gigs with the great D Hughes.
Dave Hughes.
Over the weekend.
Why didn't you mention that earlier?
Yeah, I should have, mate. He's sort of just saying it to just sort of sound a bit more legit as a comedian, you know.
And he's a good guy. He's one of those guys, and he's obviously very busy. When you got him, when you're chatting to him, he's great.
Oh,
he's great, but he's just a bit hard to get onto. Yeah. Like if you're trying to.
But then, when you're there with him and you're chatting to him, fuck, he's involved. But,
But
could you imagine, like, we talk about our phone. Imagine how many calls on that he's getting.
Oh,
he's got radio, he's got family, he's got 30,000 people hitting him up for gigs, he's got people tagging him on Instagram. Like, he would find it hard to break his life into sections. He doesn't drink, though.
He doesn't. So
drink. That helps.
He doesn't drink, and he does a bit of sport now. Like I think he goes for a run, and he did something nice for me a little while back. He just I was at a gig with him, and I just happened to have my Suburban Footballer book into the in my car, and I ran out and grabbed it. and said, "Mate, give that a read." And he just off his own bat, he rang me up and said, "Tommy, this book's fucking brilliant." He goes, "I fucking love it. I love it. I'll pump it up on my Instagram, mate. It's great. It's great." And he did that, and it didn't really generate much traction.
Well, because you don't have Instagram, he would have tagged you in Instagram, everyone would have gone, "Well, who the fuck's this real Suburban Footballer? How do I get this book?" He's got no link on his Instagram. All he does is post photos of showers on his fucking Facebook page. Yeah, is there a link where I can get his fucking book?
Yeah,
who is this guy?
There probably were a lot of people trying to get the book.
There would have been if Hughesy bloody gave it a shout out. That's you missed it.
Oh, well,
you missed the goose that laid the golden egg there, mate.
Yeah,
he fucked that up. He's not going to do that again.
No, you don't get that.
You don't get a second time with Hughesy, mate.
D Hughes. Anyway, you're off blowing Hughesy up in the bush.
Yep. So McKinnon Hotel Thursday, great gig, good fun. Had a gig down in Yarragon Friday night. Hughesy wasn't there. He doesn't go to Yarragon.
No.
Dave O'Neill did though.
Yep.
So that was good fun. Rowan Gandrew. Good times down in Gippsland. Jeez, I've been doing some gigs in Gippsland.
There's a lot going on in Gippsland, I think.
Hell,
a lot of footy clubs,
I
a lot of pubs.
I haven't been to Gippsland for about 35 years, and then all of a sudden I've had 3 gigs in Gippsland this year, and technically you'd say last night was Gippsland as well. Because I had Moe Football Club in maybe June. Then I went to Newborough.
Yep.
Which is down there near Moe.
Yep.
So they're basically neighbours. And then I was Yarragon on the weekend. And last night I was down in, where was it? Currumborough.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Currumborough. Oh, I don't want it down there.
It's beautiful. Those first 3 gigs, a bloke by the name of Haydos, who he came to the Moe gig. He's come to all 3 gigs. I said, fucking... Get ready to hear the same shit, mate.
You got a short memory, mate.
He's been blinded at a few of them, so he might have forgot. But then there's nothing worse because another couple at this Yarragon gig on Friday said, "Oh, have you got any new material?" I go, "What? Where have you seen me?" I said, "Oh, we saw you at Newborough a few weeks ago." I'm like, fuck. It gets in your head then, doesn't it?
You can't worry about them, though.
You can't worry about them.
It's fun. That East Gippy used to, because I break Vic down into 4 highways. Got the Hume.
Yes.
So that's, you got your Wangaratta's, your Benallas, your
Shepparton,
Wangaratta's, Albury Wodongas.
Yep.
And then you got the one that goes Bendigo Ballarat.
Calder.
And then you got the Geelong. So that's sort of got your Hoppers, Geelong, Torquay down there. And then you got the Gippy, which is your Moe. And I always thought that one was the sort of the lesser of the 4. I thought it was a bit rough, bit of a shithole down that way, but it's really growing on me. It is growing on me, yeah.
I like it.
Warragul and that, not bad little towns.
Good towns, and I like the drive, because for me, I don't have to go through anywhere. I'm just out the back there.
Yep.
I'm just out the back lane, and I'm down there. It only took me 70 minutes to get to Currumborough.
70 minutes, an hour 10.
Jesus Christ, mate, it takes me longer to get to the city.
Yeah, no, she's,
that's good.
She certainly are living out in Shitter's Ditch in this retirement village.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Anywho.
It's all good.
All right,
anyway,
so
someone
you
just walking past with a Zimmer frame. Hey, Beryl, how you going? Not actually there, just just sort of acting up. But so then I'm out at Belgrave.
Yep.
At Cameo Cinemas.
Okay.
You've done a gig out there, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
How's that going to work? A gig in a fucking cinema?
Well, they've got great acoustics.
Great acoustics. So turn up there, 200 people, packed into the cinema.
Yep.
And the bloke running the gig, James Masters, he's chatting to the manager of the cinema, because I've been to a cinema for about 35 years.
I can't remember the last time I went to a cinema.
Yeah.
I think I went and saw that Pearl Jam all the way by myself.
Yeah, okay. Cinema's a thing where you can do it by yourself.
Yeah,
I reckon.
yeah.
It's like, it's sort of, as you get older, who cares?
Who cares?
Who gives a shit? Yeah, I'm not trying to impress you.
Nah.
So good on you.
Thanks.
Well
anyway,
done.
so
So he's talking to the manager, and James sort of just, as people are coming in, he just sort of says, because you wonder, how are cinemas making money? Do they make money off the movie? Like, surely they've got to buy the movie, and then people buy tickets.
Yep.
Are they really covering their costs? He said, well, how we make our money on the down low is like the snack bar. That's where they're making their money.
So they're running a snack bar.
They're running the snack. Well, of course they are. They've got the choc tops.
Yep.
They've got the drinks. They've got the popcorn.
Yep.
Now, I found out, and this is going to blow your little bloody socks off, your Vuko socks off here, mate.
This is going to blow me foreskin across the room.
That is going to blow it right against the wall.
I haven't got a foreskin.
No, and I don't even have written what I meant to have written down here, but I've got it in my memory bank.
Yep.
So, a bucket of popcorn.
Yep.
$10.
Yep.
Is that good value?
So we're buying it for $10.
You're buying a bucket of popcorn for $10.
It's insanely overpriced, but I think it's what we've come to expect. So
at the movies, you just expect you're going to get reamed up the arse with a bloody dildo at the movies. So we've come to expect that. But you think, sure, it takes them a bit of, it costs a bit to bloody produce the popcorn. They've got the popcorn machine. They've got electricity. What they do...
And I think what's in their favour, if you don't mind me jumping in there, I think what's in their favour is if they were selling $10 fucking bags of popcorn down at the local... If there was a popcorn shop next to the pie shop or next to your Coles...
You're not really buying popcorn.
No one would buy it.
No.
No one would buy it because the price is insane. Yeah. But what they're relying on is...
an experience.
It's a bit of a treat.
Yes.
Going to the movies is a bit of a treat.
And spilling half the
and that's
popcorn
insanely priced.
Yep.
But, look, we don't go to the movies every day.
Yeah, the kids are there.
Kids are there.
Give them the popcorn.
Let's say... So that's what they're relying on. So they've got a good little marketing tool.
Well done.
Yep.
Well done. It's sort of like the thing that over years it's been passed down about blokes leaving the seat up. It's going to the movies and eating popcorn. It's nothing like it.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from.
Saying?
I see where you're coming from, yeah. Sort of also like going to the footy and buying...
Pie.
Yeah, or I was thinking maybe and paying like $13 for a little round badge of steel side bottom. Yeah. Like it's an insane price, but hey, we're at the footy.
Let's get it.
Let's fuck it. Let's get it.
Fuck it.
It's a bit of a treat. Yep.
That's it. The kids are there. Let's do it.
Yep.
Anyway, so what they do, they buy. So this is what we do on the down low.
Yep.
Don't tell anyone. Otherwise, don't put it on a fucking podcast.
No, it'll be the end of us.
It'll be the end of us. So the movie cinemas business is going to crash after this. They buy a bag, 30-kilogram bag of the little corn kernels.
Yep.
All right?
Okay, 30-kilogram bag.
30 kilos. You think of, toddlers wouldn't weigh that much. No. You think of maybe 3 toddlers just running around. That's a bag of popcorn kernels.
Yep.
Now, that bag of 3 toddlers, that 30-kilo bag of corn kernels makes hundreds of little boxes of $10 full-grown popcorn.
Yep.
How much do you reckon you would pay? What do you buy a 30-kilo bag of popcorn kernels for, mate?
Well, firstly, the term hundreds is very fucking loose. Like, it would be great if you said 250.
Yeah, well, I can't remember what he actually said.
Well, it's a pretty important
but
part of the
so it's
story.
All right, let's say 500. It makes 500
Fuck me.
boxes.
All right, 30 kilos. Are we saying how much is...
How much do they buy it for?
So 500.
Bear in mind, it makes, let's say it makes 500 boxes of popcorn.
$300.
Lower.
Jeez.
Divide that by 10.
$30.
$30, he said.
All right, let's get the calculator ready.
Well, he said, three people walked past with a box of popcorn. He goes, we've just paid for our fucking corn kernels. One box, 3 boxes of popcorn pay for 30 kernels. So 3 boxes and it makes 500. What's the markup on that? And that's one cinema. You put that all out there.
This is going to break my calculator.
This is going to fucking...
Right,
I don't know how you even work that out.
No, so... Well, it's 10... This is easy. So you get 500.
Yep.
It makes 5 times 10 because it's $10 each.
Yep.
Equals... So they're making $5,000
on
$30.
And it costs them $30. So for their profit from that corn kernels, the 30 kilos, is $4,970.
Yep, I wouldn't know where to start the percentage markup, but it's high.
Yeah, that works.
It is through the roof.
Yeah,
So I had a mate that worked at Donut King, and I was always told that donuts and coffees were the 2 biggest markups.
Yeah,
but I think popcorn's just said hold my bag of popcorn because this is that is unbelievable.
Yeah. So
wow,
sort of James said it makes you think, oh fucking, I'm not buying a fucking bucket of popcorn at the cinemas ever again.
No, that is.
But it's one of those things, isn't it, where you probably would go, yeah, and you'd say that at the time where you go, I'm fucking never doing that again. Then you get there and you smell it and you go, fuck, it's $10, and then you go, oh.
And they've got the smaller bag there. I bet they don't even have those bags available because no one in their right mind has ever ordered the small bag of popcorn.
No. So there you go. There's a little inside goss.
Yeah.
Inside goss. Keep that on the download. But that's
$5,000 out of $30. That is good markup.
So if you want to open a movie cinema and sell popcorn.
That's where the Banditos and the Gypsy Jokers, they're wasting their time with heroin and ice. Get on the bloody... Once you start cutting that up with some...
Yeah, what would you cut it up with? Maybe the almonds or nah.
That'd be more expensive.
Little...
you wouldn't cut up with anything because everything's more expensive.
Yeah,
it's the cheapest thing on the fucking planet.
It's cheap as shit. So get into it. So, But...
well, that's it.
Well, that wasn't really that cool. But... it's something. It's
something. I reckon it's something they would, our listeners could take home as a little gift and maybe share with their friends at work.
Yes, yeah. So,
or next time they go to the movies.
Maybe I'll try and
I bet they bring it up with next time they go to the movies.
They do.
With a friend.
Do you know? I listened to this very insightful podcast called Good Banter, and they told me. Yeah.
So next time you're on a date.
Ooh, that's a good one.
A good little.
A lot of people go to movies on.
Yeah, that'd
first
be
dates.
And the girl might be a bit 50-50 on you. But you start dropping some cold hard facts like that, and I guarantee you'll you won't even see the end of the movie. You'll be back at your joint and by yourself with your Fleshlight because she would have fucked off before the previews were done. Because you're a boring piece of shit.
So
that's it.
Thanks for listening. A few quick recommendations. I had a few guys from Sydney, a few Sydney comics who have. I've started listening to their podcast. It's called Mad Dogs Podcast. It's Sean Woodland and Mick Meredith.
Okay.
Who, each week they do a weekly podcast and they'll pick someone out and
interview them.
No, not interview them, but give them a fefew facts about how mad dog they are. Like they did one on Jenna Jameson, who was a famous porn star. Who, I think her life's spiraled out of control.
Dude, I hope they don't try and recruit Big D. He'd be great for this.
Yeah, he would be good.
So just stay loyal to us, Big D.
Stay here.
Don't get any big ideas.
Stay with us. But I think they did one on Peter Hall. You know that dude who used to run.
I was at that game where we played Iraq.
Yep.
Iraq. One of those, and we were up 2-0, and then they scored 2 goals right at the end because there was 10 minutes to go, and he ran out in the field with a knife and slashed the net.
Yeah.
And it took them 15 minutes to fix the nets up. We lost our momentum. And then they got 2 late goals, and we missed out on the World Cup. I was at that game at the MCG.
Yep. So they did that.
He was a madman.
Yeah. So jump on there. I reckon if you sort of enjoy this, I reckon you'll enjoy that.
It's not way better than ours, is it? Because you don't.
No. It's just slightly below ours.
Well, that's good because you don't want to be. It's like if you're in a relationship with a girl and you love her and she comes from a small country town and hasn't really met other blokes before.
And then you take her down to the city.
Oh, she says, you don't say, oh, you should go out for dinner with my awesome single mate who's way better than you, because she'll end up maybe staying with him and not coming back to you. So that's where you got to watch yourself when you're.
I think what this is a bit of a it's sort of like they're the entree, we're the main.
Okay. Well, maybe they're telling their listeners about us, so we're also going out with their girlfriend.
That's right. Well, because what we've inspired them a bit, because they listened, and when we started mentioning Helen D'Amico's hairy muff, they said we've inspired them to do a Mad Dogs podcast about streakers and
it was
pitch invaders and that.
Certainly was an inspirational episode. When
It was. So, So jump on board.
Yeah, get on it, guys. I actually haven't listened, but I know they're great comics, so I've no doubt there's some funny stuff on there.
It's great. And the other one is David Boyle, who, Boyle.
The Boyle, the big
old hemorrhoid on the arse.
Big Boyle.
Yeah, so he...
juicy Boyle. He's living overseas now, isn't he?
No, his wife's from India. He lived in India for a bit. He's back in Sydney.
Okay.
Back in Sydney, but he used to be a fair old piss wreck. And a bit over 3 years ago, he decided to get off the booze because his life was spiralling out of control. And he does a 5-minute podcast each day. So once he quit for the following 3 years, and it's still going now. He's done a podcast every day.
So day one he did one?
Day one he did one. He's up to like 3 years and 274 days or something.
Oh, good he is a fucking funny stand-up comedian.
Yes.
Is he still doing it?
He's still doing it, yeah.
But he's living in Sydney. Mate, he's a funny guy.
No, he's great. So he's another one. It's called I'm Quitting Alcohol. So I put it on the... Good Banter Instagram on the story, but I've given it another plug. So, give it a go. See if you like it. But I recommend it. It's a bit of fun, and they're all funny guys. And Boyle actually recommended our podcast, and one of his listeners said solid recommendation.
Oh, that's good. Eye for an eye sort of stuff.
Eye for an eye, but it's good because a lot of us we're not on TV, we're not on radio, so you go to the big name podcasts. But some people look for recommendations, and there's a couple of recommendations for you. Mad Dogs podcast.
And the Dirty Boyle.
And I'm Quitting Alcohol. So jump on board. But that's it, mate.
That's it. That's an episode.
It's good.
It's Cup Day. I hope you picked a winner. It's pissing down.
Get on the Instagram. Get on the YouTube.
Melbourne's fucked. Bring on global warming because it is freezing.
Hey. And I reckon that's another episode. 92. Of good banter.
Good banter. That's a good banter.